Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays The Binding of Isaac. Afterbirth Plus, we died on our last run. That sucked pretty badly. Let's do some random runs, shall we? Don't give me Azazel. That's not the right... Oh, okay, Apollyon. That's actually the character that I wanted to begin with. As always, you know, whenever a streak or a pseudo streak ends, it's time to take a step back, rewind it back. Ursure got the shit that make your booty go smack, but you have the opportunity to say what's working, what's not. How did that streak go? I thought we had some really good runs. I felt like the final run, we dropped the ball a little bit. We could have done better, without a doubt. Like, the run was not necessarily completely doomed. I didn't throw away a win, but I threw away a chance at avoiding a loss long enough to, you know, get carried. That being said, I think we compromised to some extent. I'm taking it. We compromised to some extent our ideals in Isaac. I never set out to be world's #1 Isaac player. And, you know, holding that mantle has been very stressful, but, you know, that's what happens when you're the best. Obviously, I'm joking here. I set out to be a unique Isaac player and an entertaining Isaac player, and I think we largely achieved that in those videos, but there were a couple of times, particularly Data Miner was like a crucible for that. I'll admit, we should be using Data Miner, at least, maybe, I'm not going to commit to being like, it's a shitty item, we're going to use it forever, because that's my curse, but we should at least give it the chance to be good for us in a video, instead of just immediately writing it off once it was bad for us twice, even though I think if you look at the math, that's actually, like, not good. But anyway, so I'm gonna keep working on that, especially now that we're at a 0 streak right now. Now, this is a bummer, because I feel like when you suck up the pony, you should get the ability to fly. You're holding that spacebar item. In some ways. Sort of. We have two choices here. One choice is to, well, we have three choices. One choice is to take the pony, which we're not going to do because Void is better and also more fun. Passive abilities to fly are fairly common and abundant, so we don't feel the pressure necessarily like, oh, this might be the last one we get. I mean, it might be the last one we get, but probably not. Even if it is, there's other paths to success. The other thing we could do is just not take it, or not void it at all, but I think you void it. And then at least, you know, you can use it once every 4 rooms to get a little bit of extra damage done or something like that. It's not a horrible spacebar item to have access to. It's just annoying that it doesn't give you the passive effects of holding it as well. Anyway, I digress. These are interesting times on an Apollyon run. We are low on HP, but we shouldn't be for too long. As long as we can get a bomb, that's a good chance of getting a Spirit Heart. I'll take a Spirit Heart directly, that's also fine. I will take, I'll take enough money to buy a Spirit Heart from the shop. A bomb gives us access to that Tinted Rock. You know, a red heart on the ground gives us survivability. Plenty of avenues to, in the end, be relatively fine on this run, but, this is a pivotal floor. Floor 2 is always a pivotal floor. If I could, like, be reincarnated, I would like to be reincarnated as a second floor in the Binding of Isaac, because, like, this is like your high school graduation floor. You know, you're making a big decision, one of the first huge decisions that most of us make in our lives. What are you going to do next year? You're going to go back to high school? You're not ready for anything post-secondary? You know, you want to take an extra year? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Don't let anybody shame you. You fucking loser. What are you going to do? You going to go to college? Wow, you must be really smart. You figured out what you wanted to do with your life at the age of 17. Surely that'll never change. Maybe you're going to get a job in the trades, you know? You're making... I'm throwing shade at like every... That's the joke here, is that I'm insulting everybody. But you're... And all decisions are wrong decisions. But they'll all lead you on a path to great things, potentially. By definition, they will, you know, determine the course of your life. That's what the second floor in Isaac is like, you know? They've dealt the cards, and now it's time to look at them to see, you know, what the shape of your run has the potential to look like. Like, if we get a mom's knife right off the bat here, we know what we're getting into. If we get, you know, a Krampus fight right off the bat, things might be a little touch and go for a while. And, I mean, I just have no idea what this is like, to be honest with you. But, I think I am going to take it. I'm going to roll the dice. Because I want to suck up Apollyon, or I want to suck up devil items in the future. So, oh my god. So we sucked up Pageant Boy. Is that good or bad? Yeah, I mean, basically, it's one of the two. Debatably, I would say that it's Long term, it's probably better, but that depends what we would have been able to get from our shop that we wouldn't have otherwise had access to, which depends on factors I can't access right now, but you can inform me of. How many nickels, how many dimes, how many lucky pennies were in there? If there was one lucky penny in Pageant Boy, it probably would have been better to take Pageant Boy. So maybe we would have been better off rolling the dice on that, but, you know, could have gotten a damage upgrade instead. We still have our item room to go to here. And I'm still, like, I mean, I'm eager to get a bomb. Our damage is base damage for Apollyon, which is fine because we have piercing shots and we've gotten have we gotten a... We must have gotten a Tears upgrade. But you can always use DPS. And we don't have this DPS yet, so we got some work to do. Lost Fly. This item is, like, horrible until it isn't, basically. There will come a time where it hits a haunt or something like that and just drops a fucking nuclear bomb on his face. So those are the situations that Lost Protector lives for, but can't always rely on it. We all need somebody to lean on. Either way, we're in a really good situation in the sense that I could basically get anything from this. I would like a bomb and a Spirit Heart. That's tough. That's tough. How do you feel about that? I mean, sack of pennies, probably worth one shop item over the course of the entire run, maybe. Depends what it gives us. Not sure if you can get luck upgrades from it, but certainly this is not as quickly as I was kind of hoping to come over the top here. But it was not horrible nonetheless. Sucking up Shoop the Whoop. Oh, dude, there's Lost Protector in his element. This item is not that bad. I mean, again, it's kind of horrible, actually, because you can't... There's no guarantee it'll ever help you at all. But if it manages to catch an enemy unawares, especially if they're, like, frozen in place or they're stationary for whatever reason, it's actually pretty okay. Plus, it's a Beelzebub enabler. I'd be inclined to think of it as being, like... I don't know, maybe on the same level as, like, Sworn Protector. Maybe, like, one cut below Revenge Fly or something like that. But I am, like, essentially talking out of my ass here. So I want to see, I had a daily recently where I was unable to drop a trinket. It totally just works. So that daily must have been, like, I had the left hand. The daily must have been, like, International fucking Left-Handers Day or something like that. Which look... I'm left-handed, and I know you expect me to go on a rant about how the world is created for right-handed people, okay? I'm not gonna do that. I have too much respect for you, because it's the world's most minor inconvenience. Granddad's flying a Spitfire in, you know, World War II. I'm over here complaining, oh, the world isn't made for me as a left-handed person. I guess we're not flying over top of that. What am I... That guy's too fast. You know, it's a relatively minor concern. People go, oh, well, you know, what about left-handed desks in universities? Yeah, I mean, dude, I've been through that. I use the left-handed desks at universities. Does it mean that you, you get, like, limited seating options? Yeah, you get limited seating options. In the whole scheme of things, fucking get over it. I think there is a chance that, the fact that left-handed scissors are garbage... Wow, that was... extremely dumb of me, is responsible for the fact that I'm no good at arts and crafts to this day. And you wouldn't understand that. It's not to say you can't be an artist if you're left-handed, but left-handed safety scissors are actually like one of the most consistently shitty products I've ever used in my entire life. It's actually remarkable how bad left-handed safety scissors are. They're basically like sharp paper folders. They fold the paper, they don't cut it, is what I'm trying to say here. But, I mean, even still, has that led me on the path that I've come to today, perhaps? So who am I to complain? That being said, you know, there is a market. If you're an entrepreneur out there, and you're thinking like, what would be a good business venture? If you can make a pair of left-handed scissors that actually cut things, I was gonna say that actually sizz. That's... You alright, brain? Excuse me. Yeah, you might be able to make hundreds of dollars a year off that idea. So, you know, just make sure you cut me in. I could use a couple of free lunches this year. Now, Big Horn. Dude, this isn't the boss that I want to fight right now. Are you crazy? The hot bomb! Hot bombs, check it and see. Lost Protector has saved me. Why would you spawn there? Dude, this is a tight-ass run right now. Things are in a very, very delicate position. The environment is not conducive to my own success here. Don't get rattled, though. That's the thing. Don't get rattled. You got him. You got him. Snag HP. That's not HP. Do you suck it? I think you take it. We want a better trinket. We want consumables so we can get into the item room. The HP might save us. You never know. Emperor card. Pill is paralysis. And actually, Broken Ankh. I mean, I think it could provide us with enough value to be excited. So, for 2 bombs, we can get into our item room. Wow. To what do I owe the pleasure? So we'll just do this instead, and we get Mom's Razor. It was not an easy choice, to be honest with you. But I'd sort of stand by it. We've already fought the mini-boss. The Tears upgrade is great, by the way. I'm very happy that we got that. I think we'll try to do this room. Originally, my intention, as you might expect, was to Emperor card out of it, but... Now, to get this Tears upgrade, I think it had range as well, but to get this Tears upgrade, we did give up an Orbital, and on, you know, fuck all HP, an Orbital is actually, like, extremely useful, potentially. But I wanted to take the gamble for extra DPS, to be honest with you. And this run is, it's very, very shaky right now, but it doesn't feel like it's far away from greatness. See, there's shop access now. And actually, now what I'm thinking is, maybe we should go into our curse room and then teleport out and then go to our shop and maybe try to buy a Spirit Heart or something like that. Now, the delicacy of this situation cannot be overstated. Many enemies will kill us in one hit. So that bomb is nice, gives us potentially a way forward that we can actually use effectively here. What I mean by that is, you know, now we can blow up a Tinted Rock and get a Spirit Heart. Whereas previously we were very much handcuffed in that situation. I don't like this, but thanks to piercing shots we should be fine. Wow. Now we cannot go into the curse room. I took damage from a neutral fly. Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're still going to go to the curse room. Because a 9 lives pickup or something along those lines is just stupid good right now. And we're actually kind of closing in on 15 cents. Actually, we could get to 15 cents by using a bomb. But I don't want to do it until I see what's in the curse room. Because if the curse room is 4 Spirit Hearts and a red chest, we want to blow up the not Spirit Hearts, the blue fires. Which could contain Spirit Hearts. And maybe, like, you know, save our run. But is the run in need of saving? Like, I don't like to use loaded language like that. I speak to you guys... I try to speak to you guys as unambiguously as possible. I mean, the Perthrow is better. I try to speak to you guys as unambiguously as possible. You know, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen, and it's just like, you know, a speed upgrade or something like that. I'm not that kind of guy. But this run is in need of saving right now. We could probably scoot through another floor. I have faith in myself on a relative level to survive to that extent. Although not great chances, I think. So start with this. You're always looking for 2 of diamonds. Instead, we'll get the Spirit Heart. I don't think there's any reason to void right now. And there's no reason to Perthrow. Can I borrow a Perthrow? I mean, we could do a gambit with, like, hear me out here. Drop the Perthrow rune in the boss fight, walk back, go into the curse room with the Emperor card, get whatever's in the curse room, take the Emperor card. It's half a Spirit Heart of cost. I don't think it's worth it. I think it's, you know, a situation in which you play it straight, as straight as possible here. No reason to get too funky with your plans. Now, I want these guys to get in a straight line. Piercing shots will screw them if they're in a straight line. But beyond that, we can always use our spacebar to get out of a jam. We're actually not that poor off right now. It's actually like a substantially better room to use our spacebar item on. If we have to, that was bad. Lemon party. I'm not completely innocent in this run right now. I mean, we've taken some damage that is, I wouldn't say unacceptable, but we've taken some questionable damage. Some damage where you go, you didn't have to take that. Thank you, Lost Protector. Now, this is a big room. Little Gish is not worth taking. Gets pair-throwed into Satanic Bible, which actually probably wins us the run by itself. Now, I don't think we want the Batwing. Especially now that Nick told me that's what happens when you... That's the name for when you stretch your nutsack out so you can, like, see through the translucent skin on it. Gross. And now I've brought that grossness to you, and I apologize accordingly. However... Dude, how have you not exploded? Ooh, careful. Lost Protector, don't do me like that. Yeah, the fact that we now have effectively Satanic Bible plus other stuff is amazing for us. It's so good. Now, we should, if possible, maybe have a Void play ready for this floor, but... This is a dick boss, dude! 2 Gurglings? That hit nothing. 2 Gurglings and yet also... a Gertie. Maybe this room was added in a recent patch or something like that to crank up the difficulty ever so slightly. Like, if that moron can get 24 wins in a row, we really got to crank up the difficulty here. Now, just keep your dream alive. Life is going absolutely okay right now. I kind of want to make a play for boss rush, but it's unlikely to actually, happen. I also want to point out, there's something insidious about that, that Gertie fight. Gertie was not simply shooting at the cardinal directions. Gertie actually was shooting at, a slightly different angle, depending on where we were standing, and that scares the shit out of me. Have they finally, they've made it so Gertie is not as infinitely cheesable as it used to be? But don't even talk to me about that damage, okay? I know that damage was bad. I'm gonna get the fuck out of this floor. But yes, maybe they've made it so Gertie is actually, like, not awful. That would be shitty, because I really like the fact that Gertie was basically very, very easy to fight once you got the pattern down. But good for long-term success, probably. Now, we can, and actually should use Void whenever it's available. I don't know why it doesn't allow me to fly over gaps. I guess it really doesn't give us the ability to fly. Like, hear me out. As long as you're holding the pony, you get the active ability to fly. I understand that. I guess using the active effect doesn't give you the ability to fly because you already have the ability to fly while holding the item. So I guess it just makes us invincible while we walk over to enemies. Now, I know what you're going to say, by the way. You're like, NL, you're playing so bad on this run. It's ridiculous. This is 100% one of those situations where this run is a lot worse than it looks. And I don't say that just to protect myself, but... like, we have base damage, a better rate of fire, and not even just a little, like a much better rate of fire. However, base damage, you know, 10 floors into the game, we're not 10 floors, you know what I mean, though. Base damage this far into the game is horrible. And then, add to that base speed. So, or maybe slightly higher than base speed, but still, like, not good speed. We're in a green eggs and fucking jam right now. Now, I wasn't using that bomb to deal damage. I was using that bomb to hopefully give us secret room access, but we kind of desperately need to improve on this floor. I don't think we've been playing particularly well, but surely the more the run goes on, the more sympathy I have for myself. As long as we haven't gotten, like, great items, the more sympathy I have for myself. Now, of course, another thing you might say is, NL, what are you complaining about, buddy? You got Lump of Coal. Lump of Coal's great, okay? Lump of Coal's innocent. Don't get me wrong. But it's not, wow. It's not the be-all, end-all. You know, nobody finishes a run, or at least it's rare to finish a run and be like, thank God we had Lump of Coal. That did everything I needed it to do. So, Yumheart is not worth sucking or taking. The D4 sort of is. Let's try this. So that made all of our stats worse. And we have Cursed Eye, Tiny Planet, Isaac's Heart. I didn't know that we lived in this cruel of a world until now. But we have Midas Touch. Not immune, but... Jesus Christ. Not immune to damage, but maybe this will actually work for us if we never shoot and exclusively walk into enemies. I mean, that's obviously not going to help. Either way, we need to get 6 rooms of charge. So, I mean, there is the chance to get a Satanic Bible play here, but I feel like we got to give this a shot, you know? Amazingly, it's actually still horrible. I'm probably going to die right now. Please stop jumping right as I'm about to get to you. I mean, you know what I'm going to say, and that's what the fuck do we do here? The problem is, if I get rid of this run to try to get another item, I'm actually stuck with this run. But I think at this point, as sad as it is, that's our best play. So we're going to commit to this run. And then we're going to try to get, like, basically get some HP back right now. It's very tempting. So what the fuck is the D infinity? I don't even remember. It starts with the D20. There's nothing we can even reroll unless we want to reroll Broken Ankh, which seems like it gives us a lower chance of success right now. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. All right, all right. What the fuck do you do here? Well, we're dead. We are dead again. That is 2 shitty runs in a row. But you saw my dream. You saw my dream there, and my dream was obvious. It was, first off, Z-Back. What a great name for a seed here. My dream was, this run sort of sucks. It would be great if we could take it to the next level. Use the D4. It's in my bones. It's zany. It gave me a great run that sucked, but it had the potential to be great in the future, and I guess I'm a victim because I believed in it. And that's my bad. For now, I mean, you know, a little bit of a post-streak slump here. If you enjoyed the episode, I thank you for that. Click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, though, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.